All right, welcome to the video. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I believe this is going to be my last full week of training in the high school weight room. Just with moving and all that stuff going on, if you've followed along with my Instagram, I know I haven't made a YouTube video in a minute, but I'll catch up to speed here as I'm filming today's lifting session. But it is Monday, June 23rd. And yeah, we're gonna have a kick-ass week of workouts, so let's get into it. All right, figured I'd just make a video as I'm on my way to the weight room. Just some updates on stuff, but yeah, the past couple months since Powerlifting United Midwest Regionals, which was back in March, mid-March, now it's the end of June, so long overdue for a meet recap video, but that will come, so I'm not going to really get into that too much right now, but it did go well. Over the past few months, though, not a whole lot has been going on, just training, still coaching kids, and getting ready to move to Denver, which is coming up very, very soon. That's why this is probably going to be my last week of training here. So a lot of stuff happening, but what else happened in the past couple of months? Oh, unfortunately, gosh, he's good now. Unfortunately, in April this year, my brother was in the hospital again. Very, very mild pneumonia, but the bigger issue was his liver, something to do with some kind of cyst or abscess, and had to get drained, and it was a whole ordeal. There weren't any moments through the hospital stay that were super scary or anything like that. It was definitely something that, if gone untreated for too long, could have been really, really, really bad with his liver. But it started off with just him not eating and stuff like that, and just wasn't going too well. So, but yeah, I don't think there's really any other major updates going on other than brother's health, getting ready to move. In between that, I've just been working out. So I'll talk about some other details, I guess, as we go through this training session. So yeah. All right, time to get into today's workout. Did some work stuff I know sometimes if I start my day with my workout, in some ways I would like to do that, but other times when there's just work stuff that's just on my mind, I either at least got to kind of get it down on paper, sort of like a to-do list, or I just need to get a couple simple tasks done so that I'm not thinking about it while trying to train. Sometimes that's been an issue of mine in the past, where trying to do both things at once, whether it's answering client or athlete messages, or emails, or just a couple other admin type things that I prefer to just get done right away, and then get into my workout so I can focus on that. But today's workout is focused on, what do we have today? Snatch triples, I think some above knee block cleans, as well as some either push jerks or push presses, some front squats, and then I think a little bit of shoulder stuff to finish it out. Given that this is my last week of training here, I'm going to kind of take each day as it goes, because if I could hit some PRs this week, especially within my snatch or clean and jerk, I know I'm not going to hit any PRs by any means with my squat, bench, or deadlift, because I just haven't been training those really. Maybe I'll hit a PR with my incline bench, because I have been doing that lately, but definitely not I think I've maintained strength. I don't know if I could quite hit the numbers that I did back in March, just because I haven't been purely strength training. Excuse me. I've mostly been doing a lot more kind of maintenance work in terms of strength, but then gearing a lot more of that to the technical side of my Olympic lifts. So, which has been benefiting. My Olympic lifts are feeling better. But if I could hit some PRs within that, like a 225 snatch and a 280, 285 clean and jerk, that would be really nice this week. That'd be pretty cool. So honestly, I'm not sure if I want to manage my training to kind of peak for like a max out Friday or something, or if I just take this week for what it is. And if I'm feeling good, like today, starting off with my snatches, man, if I'm feeling good, things are moving snappy, I might go ahead and send it and hit a PR. So we'll just see what each session gives us this week. But yeah, time to get into it. I already did all my warm-up stuff and mobility drills. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. Let's go. My goodness, I definitely need to invest into a better mic setup. I determined that it was not the mic, but it was the receiver that is dead, so that's charging. Just might not use it today. But getting into the lifts, filmed like 3 or 4 other clips that talked about stuff, and there's no audio, so whatever. Getting into my lifts, feeling pretty good. Again, today's plan on paper is some triples, but if I'm feeling it, I'm gonna send it. Right now, I am feeling it. I can confirm that I'm feeling pretty good, feeling snappy. So we'll see how things go as I keep climbing up in weight. So yeah, let's keep going. All right, I need some more hyped music as we're climbing up in weight here. Things are feeling pretty good. Low back and bracing, I'll be honest, from the bottom feels just a little off. So I'm throwing on a belt for my snatches. I know a lot of people, sometimes Olympic lifters won't wear a belt when they snatch because that bar is just so close, and if you hit it, you're gonna miss the lift. I've never had that issue. For me, wearing a belt on my snatches or not, kind of just depends on the day. If I feel like with my bracing I need it that day, then I do. Most of the time I don't wear a belt just to get myself to lift without it. So once in a while I throw it on. Same way I feel about my cleans and then my other main lifts. If I feel like I need a belt that day, then great. If not, then I don't. So that's that. But.
My life moments is a Super Bowl. Like Dr. Dre, not a Super Bowl. Last night I was texting Jack Dorsey. That's the first you get for being super dope. This is real life, ain't no accident. I'm rap, nigga, this rap. Every little thing I do is mad different.
All right. So that last set, that last single at 195 felt good. Felt light. The catch position felt just a tiny bit off balance. When I watched it back, I saw it as well. But it feels good, so I'm gonna keep going up. If I hit 215, that would be a PR, but that's so close to 225. I wanna hit 225. So we'll see how these go. If not, then I'll back down to maybe around 185, 190 for my triples, and that'll be it for my snatches. But I am feeling good. There's a little self-doubt creeping in my mind just because, you know, it's PRs. You've never hit that weight before. But I know I'm capable of it. It's just maintaining good technique to hit that weight and stabilize it overhead. So gonna keep going, gonna rest for another minute or so and see how 205 goes. Some of these clips are gonna be up and down. I know this is landscape for YouTube. What's the other one called? Like for Instagram, portrait mode, I guess. Just so I can get these up on Instagram as well. So resting for a minute and then we'll hit it. It's right there. I got this. It's right there, man.
that was frustrating but promising. I took 2 attempts at 225, and while it was close, I feel like I could keep going. My shoulders feel a little bit at that point, like if I really just try to keep going and going, I'm gonna absolutely destroy the rest of the week of training. So I think I'm gonna make some adjustments to this week's of some training and prepare myself, prepare my body and my technique to handle 225 better. Because when I think about things in the past, like my overhead squats, my snatch balances and stuff, I have not been pushing 225. So my body doesn't really even know what that weight feels like overhead, and I can feel that lack of confidence. Pulling off the ground is fine, but once I'm getting here and that turnover, trying to get it overhead and punch it out, it's just not there. I don't want to hurt myself either, but 225 is there. I'm going to hit that weight this week. If I don't, at least I tried, but I am determined to hit a 225 snatch this week. If I max out anything this week, it's gonna be that 225 snatch. Clean and jerks will also try and see, but 225 snatch is a huge milestone for anybody. So that's the goal this week is to hit that weight. As far as the rest of training, I just got a text a minute ago that the PE teacher, sometimes she comes in and works out here, and I think she's gonna be in here in a little while, so I don't think I'm gonna film that much more. And then I might have to modify. I was gonna do block cleans. I don't have actual blocks. I have to stack plates up, and that means using 90% of the plates that are in here. So I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I'll just do some hang cleans, and then I'll do my front squats, and that will probably cap out today's lift. So I think I'll still be able to film a couple things. I just won't really be talking, or maybe I'll do a voiceover, but yeah, I'm done with snatches for now. I'm gonna do some cleans.